Welcome to Canton, Ohio for this Week 13 SFL matchup between the Los Angeles Lichens and the Canton Classics. I'm Liam Crowther, and joining me for tonight's broadcast is none other than Lone Star Glory's Nate Hall. Nate, what are you looking forward to in this matchup here at Fatherhood Festival Field?
Well, LA is coming in. They've already been knocked out of playoff contention, so they're looking to come into the game today as spoilers. Spoil Canton's chances. Even though they may be slim, they still have a chance to make the playoff come season end. Canton, however, does have that slim chance of making the playoffs. They're coming in to get that going by getting the win tonight. These two teams, however, what I'll be looking for, this game features two of the top defensive teams in a couple different categories. One of them being the two teams that allow the least amount of passing yards per game on defense. So that's definitely one of the two categories that I'll be looking for tonight.
Great stuff, mate. Great to have you on board with us. And got a few different records that we're going to be looking out for in terms of personnel who will be taken to the field tonight. And we'll be getting set up for the kickoff here at the Canton Classics home stadium. So it'll be LA kicking off from right to left, and Canton will be receiving to start off this first half. And LA kicks off, and we're underway here in Canton, Ohio at Fatherhood Festival Field. And a nice return all the way up to the Canton 28. Just go through the Canton offense for you. Quarterback Cameron Curtis, wide receivers KJ Alejo, Kendra Hall, and Al Dillapre Sr., as well as Mike Twinscrew. Tight end is Jack Wall, and running back is Robert Johnson, with fullback Chris Komasak in the backfield. Shotgun set here for the Canton Classics. And a lot of pressure there on the quarterback, but that's a nice throw and it's a nice catch and a big first down to start off this game. Slow getting up on the reception there. That's number 11, KJ Alejo, on the reception there.
Yeah, the rookie getting his first catch of the night. He's been coming on strong these last couple of games, getting a big gain all the way to LA side of the field, looking to get things going early in this one. Great catch over the middle.
First and 10 again, inside LA territory already. Quick throw, nice catch, and it's number 14 on the reception there, Kendra Hall. And Cameron Curtis already approaching 40 yards on just 2 plays.
And are you looking for number 14? You're expecting to see a lot of that tonight, of Curtis looking for her all night long. One of many I'm sure that we'll see this evening.
Single back set here for the Canton Classics. Going to hand it off to the running back, and there's a lot of space. And that is a nice pickup from around about 15 yards or so. That was Robert Johnson, the halfback, on the rush there.
Yeah, we're on stat watch for him tonight too. He's only 54 yards away from 5,000 in his career on rushing, and he's getting a good chunk right there on his first carry. So a good start for him on the night.
Returning to this set here again are the Canton Classics, and they're going to hand it off again. That's a massive amount of space. And the LA Lichens just don't look prepared, Nate, for this running game so far.
They really aren't, and really just the blocking up front is so good, led by their center, Girth Lord, just opening up holes all up through the middle, just giving the space that Rojo needs to get right up the hole.
Single back twin set for the Canton Classics. Going to throw it to the halfback again, and there's a lot of space, and that is all the way up to the LA 6-yard line. Well inside the red zone now is Robert Johnson, and they just have not been able to stop the Canton Classics so far today, have they, so far, Nate?
No, they really haven't, and that's one thing that they like to do with Rojo. He does have 42 receptions on the season, so look for him to get his share of receiving opportunities out there in the flats today, getting a good first goal coming up here from the 6.
Another run out that same quad set in single back, and Robert Johnson, the field tightening up a bit. He's got 20 yards already today on the ground. And if he keeps up that pace, Canton won't have any trouble at all reaching 5 and 6.
No, not at all. And when Canton succeeds, they have a healthy dose of both rushing and passing, and they're well on their way to doing that today.
And that was a rush there. Number 33, Robert Johnson again, all the way up to the LA 2-yard line. They do manage to hold Canton to a 3rd down. Going to be their first 3rd down attempt of the day on the goal line. Let's see what LA can do here. Canton are going to come out in a single back set. 2 wide receivers split out wide and the 2 tight ends. Hand off up the middle, and that is stopped on the line. Excellent stand by the LA Lichens.
Absolutely.
And Los Angeles. That's number 58 on the tackle of the LA Lichens. Just stuffing up the middle. Buddy Blaze coming in from the outside linebacker spot to stop what seemed to be a certain touchdown there, Nate.
Yeah, Buddy Blaze with his first tackle for the 2 that he needs to get 100 on the season, get triple digits this season in tackles, just a great feat of his own. Halfway there, what a great stop on 3rd down.
Decent snap and hold, and that is up. And Canton will be somewhat disappointed. That was an excellent drive. In the end, they only get the 3 points. And that will bring up the first score of the game. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy, and that is the LA up to the 24-yard line there on a return. And number 89, Carroll on the return. Shea Carroll, formerly of Baltimore Vultures, I believe.
Jacksonville Kings, if my...
And the Jacksonville Kings, indeed, yeah. Single back set, quads look here for the LA Lichens. 3-step drop, all slants, and that is blocked, and that was...
Oh, there it is.
Number 44, and he's going to go all the way to the house. Nobody's stopping him there, and that is a pick 6 for the Canton Classics. Bob Funk pushing up from the free safety position and brings it to the house. Nate, what a start for the Canton Classics.
Well, you got to get funky with it early in this ball game, and it might have had to do a ping pong a few times around a couple of different defenders, but Funk knew where the ball was at the end, and once he got his palms on that one, all he had to do was take the route all the way to the end zone, highway 6 points, and we got another score and a 2-score lead for Canton.
And they're going to prepare to tack on the extra point here. Just looking at the field tonight, this is a brand new uniform set for the Classics as well. It features pink accents on the helmets, stripes and cleats. This is in support of the estimated 1.9 million people that will be affected by cancer this year. The Classics have extended their fundraising effort for the American Cancer Society to October the 15th. Please visit www.cantonclassics.com/charity and help the Classics make a difference today. And that is a very, very worthy cause indeed, as the Classics put up that extra point, and it's a 10-0 lead early for the home side as they prepare to kick it away. Nate, just how surprised are you by this early start for the Canton Classics? They're the favourite today, but this has been a surprisingly slow start from the Lichens.
Well, yeah, I knew that Canton would have to get out to an early start, though, because LA can be high-powered. They do have the running back, Logan Jack, who can run all over you if you're not careful. So this 2-score lead for Canton is doing them every favor in the world as Bob Funk gets his 12th interception. And of note, that is his first pick 6 of the season So congrats to Bob Funk after coming over from Portland in the offseason.
Single back set here with bunch set, and they're going to go for a toss play. Rather unorthodox out of the LA Lichens, but not able to get anything out of it. And just going back to Shea Carroll of the Lichens, I could have chucked out any name, and he probably would have played for them, Nate. Jacksonville, San Diego, Carolina, Charleston, OKC, and of course the Baltimore Vultures, and also Dallas Roughnecks back in season 10. So a journeyman wide receiver is Shea Carroll. Nice throw and a catch, and that is a first down. First down of the day for the LA Lichens, and it is indeed Chris Lee, not Shea Carroll this time.
Yeah, Solly Richardson doing a good job. He does throw into coverage here, but fits that ball right in between where the defenders were, where only Chris Lee could grab it, and a nice completion for a first down up to the 40-yard line.
Solly Richardson under center for the LA Lichens. We'll introduce you to the LA offense in just a moment. And we'll just go through them now. Solly Richardson under center. Logan Jack, the running back, 1 tackle for loss today. He's negative yardage so far. Tommy Rahman at fullback. Wide receivers Elsie Pryor, Chris Lee, and Shea Carroll, as we've already mentioned a number of times. Jack Flash is the tight end for the Lichens. Single back, this looks like Twins have spread, and they're going to hand it up the middle. And number 26, Logan Jack, probably one of the impact players today for LA, but not making much happen so far, Nate.
No, he's got 3 carries now and only 2 net yards after that first run he had. Went backwards on the first carry for 3 yards, but he netted about 5 on that second carry and none on the third. So he's definitely struggling in this first drive, or second drive, I should say.
Single back right side. They're going to go right deep, and that was a dangerous throw for Solly Richardson. Number 21, Connor Darien of the Canton Classics, nearly managed to pick that one off.
Connor Darien, another player that came over from Jacksonville in the offseason, but came over to Canton instead of the Lichens. Got good coverage on the receiver that time and just batted that one up in the air and incomplete, and fourth down, and getting the ball back on offense is Canton.
4 minutes 38 left on the clock here in the first quarter, and Canton will be happy with this performance so far. They're going to fair catch that. And let's just quickly go through the LA Lichens defense. Brogan Sparrow is the defensive end. Ace Blackwell is the other defensive end. Defensive tackles, John Nevels and Gary Marks. Linebackers are Tazzy Blackwell, Chad Stinson, and Buddy Blaze. Cornerbacks, Mike Scott, Jack Hacksaw, and TD Jack. Free safeties are Rochelle Colston and Ryan Proster, and Ryan Yosef is the strong safety. Weak eye set here for the Canton Classics, and that is thrown to number 33, Robert Johnson. And that is probably his shortest gain of the day so far, Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing much doing there as Chad Stinson was out there in the open field to bring him down after a short gain. But of note, the other stat I want to watch for by both these defenses is their third down percentage allowed. And both of them so far has not allowed a single third down so far. They're both are 0 for 1 so far in this game.
Single back left set, and they're going to hand it off, and he's going to run up to strong side, and that is a nice pickup, around about 5 or 6 yards for Robert Johnson. And the Classics again on third down, not familiar territory for them so far today.
See if they can convert this one.
They're going to hand it off again, but that is well covered by the defender there, number 56. Chad Stinson, the outside linebacker, just covers that run. They're trying to run it out to the outside there, and that was not going to work, Nate.
No, I think they need to follow their center and 2 guards where Girth Lord can lead the way right up the middle, but they try to go outside instead, and you see the consequence right there as they lose yardage and have to punt it away from fourth down.
Just want to give a big shout out to our statisticians tonight, Damon Simeon and Chris Porter. Thanks for supporting us on the broadcast. And the LA Lichens will bring the ball up to the 41-yard line. And it has been an offensive festival here at Fatherhood Festival Field for the Canton Classics. LA with a chance to strike back, just a 2-possession game.
Not
And
necessarily offensive, since that one was a pick 6, though.
Indeed, indeed. Shotgun set here, split with the fullback and the running back in the backfield. That was a check down there from Sully Richardson, and 49, Tommy Rahman bails him out. Manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, barely does that, as there were 3 Canton defenders right there to bring him down in the open field. Right when he does get back to the line of scrimmage, there was just nothing there for Tommy Rahman once he got that catch.
Single back set again for the LA Lichens. 3-step drop. All slants, and that is up the middle, and a nice catch and a first down. And this may be the Lichens' first trip into Canton territory, Nate.
I believe it is, yeah, as they got close last time they had the ball, but they stalled out right before they got to midfield. This time they do cross the 50 with a nice completion over the middle to Shea Carroll and get the first down and move the chains.
Quad set here, single back, 3-step drop, thrown to the running back. And Logan Jack makes up about 6 yards there, they're going to call that.
Yeah, Logan Jack on the season does like to get those catches from out of the backfield as well. And we see it there. He's got 53 receptions so far on the season. Gets 54th right there on that play.
Strong eye set, 3 wide receivers out wide for the LA Lichens. It's going to be like a trap play, but he ended up running out to the outside, and Logan Jack has been stifled somewhat. Chris Porter is down hurt, and Gronek is not happy with what he's seen there, and that looked like a blindside block of some sort, Nate.
Yeah, that was definitely didn't look like a good hit whatsoever.
Just looked like he pushed him. Just pushed him over.
And we've seen this out of Chris Porter before. He's had injuries, I believe, earlier in the season. So hopefully it's nothing major, however, and we'll see him come back later in the game, but we'll give you updates.
Shotgun set here, and it's going to be thrown out to the outside for Sully Richardson, and that is a nice first down. 88 again, Chris Lee with another nice reception there.
Yeah, so far in the wide receiving game, it's the Chris Lee show as he gets the catch out there in the left side by the sidelines for his second catch of the game on 3 targets and a first down. Now well inside Canton territory, approaching the 30-yard line as they're looking to get their first score of the game.
Single right set here, 3 wide receivers split out wide for the LA Lichens as they continue their journey into Canton territory. That's going to be handed off, and that is a pickup around about 3 yards. So Logan Jack still contained, only about 15 yards or so on the day at most.
Yeah, when you're combining the running and receiving, I think that's about all he has total.
Yeah. LA in this single back set again. We've seen this a few times, a quad set, and they're going to hand it off this time. And that is a nice spin from Logan Jack, but the Canton Classics defenders are all over it in their very dark navy blue or black uniforms here with that pink trim for cancer awareness.
Yeah, Mark Groenick did a good job of staying home when Logan Jack had that spin move and make sure he got the tackle on that play.
Bunch that here for the LA Lichens, and Sully's having to dart around, but he manages to get it out in time. And number 86, Jack Flash, makes the reception, kept the feet in bounds there. I don't think that one's coming back, Nate.
Yeah, wide open on that right side was Jack Flash. I'm not sure where the defender went on that one. Wasn't within 5 to 10 yards of the throw. Just too easy of a completion over there by the sidelines.
run up the middle, and Logan Jack just 11 yards on 7 carries so far. So where they've been doing it, the LA Lichens, it has been done through the air, and that is going to bring up the end of the first quarter. It has been all Canton so far today at home here in Ohio. 0-10 Lichens Classics. Welcome back to the Simulation Football League here on YouTube. My name is Liam Krauser, and joining me is Nate Hall for this tie-up between the Los Angeles Lichens and the Canton Classics. And the Lichens are in striking distance of their first points of the day, but that won't deliver them. Number 26, Logan Jack, has been contained so far today. And Mark Bronek on the tackle there. Nice work there by number 42.
Yeah, and another third down coming up here for LA. So far on the day, they are 2 for 3 on third downs. Let's see if they can convert another one here. Keaton's got to tighten up.
Throws the out route there, but that was not the best throw maybe in Sully Richardson's arsenal, because number 88, Chris Lee, had to dart back to get it. And as it turns out, it'd be 4th and 2. So frustrating times for the LA Lichens. They were driving downfield very nicely, made about 50, 60 yards on this drive alone. And now they have to settle for the 3 points here, Nate.
Yeah, they were definitely, I'm sure, hoping for 6 instead of the 3. But, hey, they'll be within 1 score. Cito Lindy, as long as he can get this field goal through the uprights, they'll be within 1 score of the game. So I'm sure they'll be happy with any points at this point.
The kick is up and good, and that will be 3-10. LA to Canton. The SFL Weekly Fantasy Contest is officially up and running. Think you can draft the best team every week while staying under the salary cap? Or maybe you just want to enhance your SFL experience. Free to play, no season-long commitment. And a new contest opens every week on Tuesday night. Join now and show off your fantasy skills to the rest of the league. Contact Jack Wall, Stephen Hacker, or Hunter Norwood to join today. And Canton will return the ball all the way up to the 27-yard line.
Well, it's been a while since we've seen the Canton offense on the field. We had the long drive just sustained for a field goal by LA. So let's see if Canton can put together a long drive of their own here.
2 men in backfield for the Canton Classics. 2 wide receivers out wide. 5-step drop, deep drop. That's a nice throw and a catch, and that's a first down. No, they're going to call it 2nd and inches. That was very, very close indeed, but it does open up the playbook, Nate. Twin screw on the reception there.
Yeah, Twin Screw getting his first catch of the ball game, his first target and first catch. He'll be happy to get those 9.5 yards to get his offense a little bit closer to that first down marker. Just a nice little shallow crossing pattern. You know, once he caught that, he had a little bit of green in front of him to get a few extra yards.
Single back, 2 wide receivers run up at middle, and that is going to be the first down. And well earned there by number 33, Robert Johnson. Been having a better day of the 2 running backs so far, but it's still early days. 9 minutes 15 and counting left on the clock in the second quarter.
Yep.
Canton. Apologies, Nate.
No, go ahead.
Canton in the single back set here. 2 wide receivers split out wide. And take the 3-step drop. Nice throw and a nice catch. And that is a big first down. And back to you, Nate.
Yeah, just a great throw by Curtis, first of all, finding Kendra Hall open on that right-hand side, streaking down that right-hand side, getting the completion as she streaks past the defender. The defender on that one, Ryan Joseph, couldn't get over there in time to cover, and a nice completion for the first down.
Nice stats there for Cameron Curtis. Always like to see a quarterback in 3-figure territory for their QBR. 116 on the day, and not a single incompletion so far. It'll be the run game that they go to there. Robert Johnson up the middle. And Chris Porter is officially ruled out of the game, so that is going to hinder the Canton defensive line. We'll be back for next week. Gonna dab that magic sponge on that injury there. But Canton will soldier on without him. Gun straight here for the Canton Classics. They take the snap, throw it up the middle, and that is a big hit on the reception. Deflects it out of the hands. Did catch a number there of that LA Lycan who got the big hit there. But that will be a source of some frustration for the Canton Classics, Nate.
Yeah, Cameron Curtis was looking for the flag there for pass interference, and it was such a bang play. I think it was just a good defensive play more than anything, as I believe that was TD Jack, the rookie, coming in from her cornerback spot to make the big hit on the play.
Another gun straight set here, and it's thrown up in 90 slants to the LA 35-yard line, but it's not going to be enough. Canton is looking at around about 52 for the field goal. So I think they're going to bring the offense out here. See if they're going to try and get LA to jump.
I like it. I think they should snap this. I think they should go for it here.
And they will. They run out of the middle, and they've got the first down. Aggressive play calling there from Mike Twinscrew and the Canton Classics. An excellent job done in getting that first down.
And I like the play call too, because we saw it earlier in the first quarter where they try to run off the right-hand side instead of right up the middle, and they went backwards like 2 or 3 yards. But this time they followed their big center, Girth Lord. They go right up the middle and get a big chunk of yards way past the first down marker and get that first down.
They're going to jump there, and they're going to pick it off, and this is coming back.
Yeah.
Nothing doing there on the offside, so free play is given away. And the Canton Classics will get that 5-yard pickup. It was a bit of a blown up play there, Nate. There wasn't much coming out of that for the Canton Classics, even if they had got the reception.
Yeah, Mike Scott gives LA the ball, but then John Neville's with the penalty taketh away. So big time mistake by the LA defense, and Canton dodges a big mistake there.
Big hit in the backfield, stops Robert Johnson from making anything with that run. Number 76 on the tackle for loss. That's John Neville's, the defensive tackle there for the LA Lycans.
Yeah. He made amends for his previous blunder of jumping offside,
indeed,
but getting a big tackle for loss.
Yeah. Shotgun set here, 3 wide receivers, and the halfback set out. Split right, and it's a throw and a catch. And that is an excellent first down. Kendra Hall, 41 yards on 3 catches, on pace for player of the game honors at this rate, Nate.
Absolutely. Cameron Curtis just fighting the open receiver over the middle. Again, Kendra Hall just on that deep crossing pattern over the slant, over the middle, beats Ryan Joseph once again in that safety position. He gets another first down, first and goal for the 10.
Single back set, 2 wide receivers. Thrown out to the tight end on the out route there. That was number 14.
There she is again.
It was Kendra Hall, not the tight end, on the reception. So nice pickup. And it's funny just seeing Cameron Curtis walk off the field there for a sec. He was walking up to the huddle, actually, and he was pointing 2 fingers up at Girth Lord, one of his offensive linemen. And he's saying he blocked 2 straight guys on the prior play. Great to see offensive linemen do well in the SFL. And that is just a perfect example of it, as number 33, Robert Johnson, bowls through and picks up the touchdown.
And great blocking up front, following his center, and just one more bowling move, as you said. Tazzy Blackwell, the recipient of that stiff arm by Rojo at the end, is all it took for him to get 6 points. His first touchdown of the night, and a 2-score lead for Canton.
Preparing for the extra point here. I'm going to snap it. Snap is good. The kick is up. And it is through. So it's 3-17 in favor of the Canton Classics against the visiting Los Angeles Lycans. Visit the SFL website at www.simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams, all the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. And LA will bring ball back up to the 21-yard line, so they get an extra yard on top of the touchback. So I suppose it was not all in vain. Let's just quickly go through the Canton defense. Now we get a chance to catch our breath. Chris Porter, Michael Adet, Bordrow, and Gary Burney on the defensive line. Linebackers Mark Ronek, Gary Clem, and Adam Chance. Cornerbacks are Connor Darian and Jay Rock, and the safeties are Frank Bernstein, Bob Funk, and Evan Lacey. And that will be an incomplete pass, they'll call that. Chris Lee was on the reception, but out of bounds.
It'll be interesting to see if they challenge this. I didn't see how close he was to the sidelines, but I think this might be a good challenge.
Indeed. Let's see what R62 thinks of this one. I didn't get a very good look at that just from our vantage point here in the booth. But, he's close. Yeah, I think that's probably in. It's in unless you're Andy Hamilton, I think is fair to say, in which case it's out. So, yeah, they will...
they will
overturn that. Yeah, they're going to give that catch to Los Angeles. Yeah, it did look like he had single foot inbound there, Chris Lee. Yep. So they are going to give... It is admittedly probably not the greatest ever challenge in history because you picked up like 5 yards or so. But it is a challenge nonetheless. 3 wide receivers out wide for the LA Lichens. Single back here. 5-step drop from Sully Richardson. He's going to throw to
wide open
corner route, and that is a nice pickup of... Well, that's certainly something you would want to challenge if that had been called out of bounds. But LA, Bob Funk on the tackle there, managing to bring down number 86 of the LA Lichens. That was Jack Flash, the tight end there, and a nice pickup for LA.
Jack Flash with the tight end corner route over towards the left sidelines, and neither the safety nor the quarter could get over there in time to stop that one from progressing, and a big first down for LA.
The run up the middle is stopped by Gary Clem. Nice tackle for a loss there, and that takes Logan Jack, who has been stifled so far, to stay back 2 yards.
Averaging just over a yard per carry, as he's now only at 10 yards for 9 attempts, and one reception on top of that for 6 yards.
Single back set quads here for the LA Lichens. They're going to throw it out to the halfback. Nice spin from Logan Jack, and he picks up around about 4 yards. Still going to be 3rd and 8 though for the LA Lichens, and that is quite a way to go.
Yeah, you would like to see him get a little bit more off of maybe a second spin move around to the left side, or around the right side, excuse me. But that first spin move, though, let him get the extra 4 yards, or else it would have been back to the line of scrimmage and been even longer of a 3rd down than what it is already.
Gun set for the LA Lichens, 5 wide receivers, and Sully Richardson has got nobody open, and he throws it out of bounds. And that was just a coverage incompletion there, it's fair to say, Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. But the offensive line for LA gave Sully all the time in the world to just look for somebody, but there was just nobody available to him to throw to where he could throw it safely. So he runs over to the right, gives him another second or two, and just finally just has to throw it out of bounds and play another down.
Punt upcoming for the LA Lichens then, just the 3 points on the day so far, and it's been a disappointing season for them in the Pacific Division. Look like they may make the pace with Vancouver for a pretty sizable portion, but as it turns out, they're eliminated from the playoffs currently. The Canton Classics are on 4 and 6, tied with the Queen City Corsairs in the north. Of course, London have won that division, so they won't be able to get to the playoffs through winning the division this season, Canton. But it's been a good effort so far from this expansion franchise. Had a difficult start, but they have really bounced back under the leadership of their ownership and head coach Mike Twinscrew. And they will start this drive off with a run from Robert Johnson, who picks up 3 yards, and that's bang average for the day so far, Nate.
Just about 3.5 to 4 yards average per carry is what he's averaging right now. He has ripped off about a 9 or 10 yards once or twice in this game, but right now he's at 43 on 12 attempts.
Second down, strong I formation. They're going to hand it off to Johnson again, and not so well that time. That's going to bring that average down just a little bit. 3rd and 9 now.
Yeah, that time he goes backwards a little bit. So, yeah, just didn't find anything going that time, and a big 3rd down coming up for LA's defense.
3rd and 9 here for the Canton Classics, looking to maintain their momentum so far today, but that is not going to be enough for the 1st down. Number 17 on the reception there, Al Dillabrew Sr. And that is going to be 4th and 3. The pace of the game feels like it's slowed a bit, Nate. We're just approaching the 2-minute warning. Don't think they'll get the punt off just before that. So
probably not. I don't believe so either. I think they'll let it slide.
Nope, they'll let it go. That's the 2-minute warning, and it is a good one here in Canton. If you are a Classics fan, paying tribute to cancer survivors and cancer awareness here in their pink trimmed uniforms, it is 3-17, LA to Canton. And we will get this punt out of the way, and LA will get an exact 2-minute drive here to try and bring this back to a single score. 14-point deficit currently, and they're going to be in decent enough field position. 44-yard line for them. The returner getting a big thump there. That was number 89 on the return, Shea Carroll, and the journeyman receiver hoping to make amends maybe for some of the offensive I'm not going to be able to pronounce the word. I was going to try and insert a very complicated word there, but it was never going to happen. Throw up the middle, and that is a catch. Well, that's the simplest word you can get in the SFL. That is a big old catch for number 88, Chris Lee. Yeah. And profligate. That was the word. It's been a bit profligate for the LA Lichens in terms of offensive output today. But Chris Lee and Shea Carroll doing as much as they can do on this drive to make sure that LA go in with just a single score deficit. 3-step drop from Sully Richardson, thrown out to the backfield, number 49. And Logan Jack, he's having a profligate day as well. 3 wide receivers is going to be the no huddle offense that the LA Lichens go into. 3-step drop from Sully Richardson, and Jack just short, and they're going to call him as getting to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And it's 3rd and 1, so don't rush it if you're LA. You've got tons of time. Instead, they are, and they're going to throw it as Logan Jack, and he's nearly run out of bounds.
That's Tommy Rahman.
It's Tommy Rahman on the reception. It was the fullback. He throws out to the fullback instead. Man, Tommy Rahman was lucky there. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to the booth to check his footing.
I think he had both feet in and tried to straddle that sideline. Got big yardage, big time on that right sideline. Big 1st down to keep this drive going.
Split back, 3 wide receiver set. It's snapped and it's thrown to the outside. That's bobbled by number 88, Chris Lee. And man with no gloves there. It's maybe he's been applying his stick incorrectly. That's the only thing I can think there, Nate.
I don't know, but I was saying for that one, because a couple of bobbles by Chris Lee, and if that would have held up in the air a little bit longer, there was a couple of Canton defenders ready to snag that one away and take it to the house.
I formation here. 3-step drop from Sully Richardson, throws it to number 82. That is Elsie Pryor. Not seen a lot of Elsie Pryor today.
That's their first catch, or I should say his first catch of the game. So.
Yeah. 36 seconds left on the clock. The LA Lichens are going to call a timeout, 3rd and inches. So they can't afford to not pick up. I mean, 16 yards out. I would throw it into the end zone here. Just try and be daring. And then maybe go for it on 4th down. Be aggressive. 2 wide receivers set out wide. They go for the free step drop, and that is a throw and a nice catch. Number 86 on the reception. That is Jack Flash, the tight end. High formation. Thrown into the end zone. That is a catch, and that is a touchdown. And that is Chris Lee on the reception. Number 88 gets the first touchdown of the day for the LA Lichens.
Yeah, and a well-orchestrated drive in the 2-minute drill for LA on that one, as it's capped off by a nice little slant route by Chris Lee, just beating the defense over the middle and culminating in 6 points. And as you stated, finally touchdown on the board for the LA offense, and back within 1 score right before the half.
So 21 seconds after this for Canton to drive probably about 70, 80 yards. Kick is up and good for the Lichens. So it is 10-17. And that will be, that will have buoyed the LA Lichens, because, boy, they have not been looking too great so far today.
No, that's... They really haven't. And, well, you got to think, if it wasn't for that pick 6 by Canton in the first quarter, it'd be tied right now. So.
Yeah. I think they need to work to try and get Logan Jack a bit more involved, though. Their offense has maybe gone for a bit too much through Sully Richardson. Logan Jack has 10 yards on 9 attempts. And I can tell you what, I know, having gone up against both of these teams this season, in London, they're 2 tough teams, but my word, if you've got Logan Jack and he's only got 10 yards on the day, that's just simply inadequate. He needs to get the ball more and get this ground game going.
Inadequate and inexcusable, this is my opinion.
Indeed. Play action, throw up the middle, and that will probably do it for the half. And indeed, Canton are not going to press the issue. They're going to take that half-time lead, and that will do it for the half. It is Canton's day so far, but the LA Lichens with a nice touchdown at the end of the half there to bring it back to within a single score. Lichens 10, Classic 17 at the end of the half. And
LA.
welcome.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry about that, but LA's got a chance for a twofer here at the beginning of the second half.
Indeed, LA receiving, wearing their white uniforms to Canton's dark blue and black. Canton kicking away from left to right and on the way for the second half. You're joining us for Week 13 Simulation Football League action. I'm Liam Cratter, joined by Nate Hall, and number 89 nearly managed to find a gap there. Shea Carroll nearly squeezed through. He nearly threaded the needle, I think it's fair to say, Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. A good field position start point for LA's offense. And I'm with you there, Liam. We got to see more Logan Jack here in the second half. I hope the offensive coordinator screamed at him in the locker room to try to get number 26 the ball more often here in the third quarter.
Single back 3 wide receivers here for the LA Lichens. 5-step drop from Sully Richardson. Sully's trying to avoid some pressure and manages to get that ball out and into the hands of number 86. Jack Flash for the reception, and that was a really nice pickup to start this half, Nate.
Yeah, we've seen the tight end corner route. Well, that was an out route actually by Jack Flash, but a nice out route by Flash over towards the right sideline, and a pickup of a first down on the first play of the half. Just threw out my wishing for them to go to the running back right out the window and decide to go through the air, and it pays off.
Yeah, very particular route there for Jack Flash. Went to the fade and then took the out route. So very nice play there for the Lichens. 3 wide receivers, and they're going to look like play action for a second there, but they do hand it off. And that is a loss of the single yard. Number 75 with the tackle for loss, Gary Burney. And that is his first of the day.
Yeah, Gary Burney getting in there to get the loss of yardage. Good job by him to get in there after a very, very delayed handoff.
Run up the middle for number 26, Logan Jack. And just 16 yards. It's not been a great game rushing, admittedly. Robert Johnson's maybe had the ball a little bit more and had a little bit more success, including through the air. But it has not been a stellar performance, really, on the ground. It's been mostly a throwing game today here at Fatherhood Festival Field.
Absolutely, but they're still trying. They're still giving the ball.
Oh, that is... wow, R62's... he's got better eyesight than me, I know that for sure. And if he thinks that's a first down, then who am I to question, Nate?
Absolutely, they're going to give him the okay to move the chains, as he gets exactly the yardage he needs, according to R62, to move those chains to get him a first down.
Well, up the weak side, and that's what you want to see if you're Logan Jack. And that was a really nice pickup, around about eight yards. Just need to give him enough space so he can take advantage of that, Nate.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why they keep going back to Logan Jack, hoping that despite having these 12 attempts for minimal yardage, that he'll wear this defense down, and once we get to later stages of this game and into the fourth quarter, he'll have wide open lanes to run.
3 wide receivers, and that is handed off to Logan Jack again. And that is up to the Canton 31-yard line. So LA are driving again. This is going to be their first consecutive season with a losing record, Nate. They have never had consecutive losing seasons before. And it's even when they were still the Chicago Wildcats, this franchise, big hit in the backfield. And it's a loss of 3 yards for Logan Jack there. So it has been a couple of seasons of rebuilding, it looks like, for the Lichens. They're going to put it together. They're a good franchise. Had 5 winning records in seasons past. But they will be looking to get a win here to make sure that they build up their momentum. And they've certainly been having a tough time of it against the Canton Classics. 32 yards and 16 carries for Logan Jack today, and it just simply hasn't been his day today.
It really hasn't. It just seems like he goes forward 2 steps and goes backwards 1, and as soon as he finds some footing, Canton takes it away and makes him go long here on 3rd down.
Oh, and that nearly picked off for the Canton Classics. Number 25 with the deflection there. It was Frank Bernstein in the defensive backfield, just pushing up, and cuts right in front of that. Bobbles off his head, nearly goes into the hands of number 37, Jay Rock, for the interception.
Probably should have been intercepted as long as that was up in the air, but instead it just falls to the turf and incomplete. We'll see what LA does here. They are in Cito Lindy's field goal range. Get them at least 3 points on this first drive. They will go for the field goal attempt here.
Well, this one's going to be tough. This is 50 yards here. On the dot, you would say. So let's see if the LA Lichens can pull it off.
He is 100% on the season, so.
Snap good, kick is up, and that looks like it's good. And it is. 49 they're going to call it. And that was a very good field goal for Cito Lindy. And his foot looked like a traction engine there, right there, Nate.
Absolutely. I think that might have been good from 55 or so, maybe even further. But he's got a leg on him. Proved it right there, getting that ball right between the uprights and getting more points on the board for LA. Not the 6 that they were hoping for, but more points on the board nonetheless, and getting the score that they were hoping for, or at least some sort of score that they were looking for.
The SFL Network is coming to ESTV Plus app. 24/7 SFL programming will include content created by the SFL community, SFL's greatest games from the archives, exclusive network content, and live SFL regular season games. Download the STV Plus app on your Android or iPhone, or on your TV through Roku, Amazon Fire, Vizio, and more. The SFL Network, where SFL creators come together. 3-step drop from the Canton Classics as they start this drive. That will be a penalty. And this one's... Yeah, sorry, Nick.
I was going to say maybe a free play. I think I saw somebody jump offsides there.
And it is indeed neutral zone infraction against the LA Lichens, number 57. That is Brogan Spearaw for the Lichens. And very nice, almost neon colours here for the LA Lichens in their uniforms. Very nice, very clean. But not necessarily the cleanest play so far today, as that play showed. They're dropping back way deep in their defensive backfield here, and that's an easy throw outside. I could see that one from all the way over here, Nate.
And Cameron Curtis able to find Rojo on that left-hand side, just streaking on that running back wheel route down the running back out route on that left side, and just running over a CB on his way down the sidelines for a big first down up to midfield.
He had so much free space, I could have caught that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do think I could have caught it, Nate, don't you? I mean, I try my best. So, three-step drop thrown to... I wouldn't have caught that one. That was a nice catch from the wide receiver. That's number 81. No, that was the tight end, Jack Wall. And he takes it all the way up to the LA 34-yard line. And Canton trying to expand upon their 4-point lead so far. Just looking at Kendra Hall's numbers there. Nice day for Kendra Hall. And all the way over to Jack Wall. It's his first reception of the day. 16 yards. High formation for the Canton Classics. Thrown out to... Ooh, he got a little bit of extra yardage there, Nate. That was number 87. Mike Twinscrew on the reception there.
Yep, Twinscrew with his second reception. Cameron Curtis starting to feel comfortable back there in the pocket, which is not a good thing if you're a Lichens defensive member, because once Cameron Curtis starts feeling comfortable back there in the pocket and fighting open receivers all over the field, it could be a long second half for you.
Stand up and throw, and that is to the back there, number 28. Chris Komasak, that's his first action of the day, first reception. And it'd be a pick up a couple of yards at the very most.
Yeah, they don't look Chris Komasak's way very often. They do like to keep him in there for blocking for Rojo more often than not. But he does get an occasional reception out of the backfield. We saw one right there for his first one.
Hand off there, and that is going to be stopped just behind line of scrimmage. I think they're going to take it 1 or 2 yards off. And that's going to bring up around about, let me do the maths here, 46 yards on the field goal, Nate.
Yeah, and Canton's third down efficiency for this game is still an 0 for through 3.5 quarters. 0 for 5 through 3.5 quarters on third down.
Kick is up and good from the LA Lichens. Apologies, Canton Classics with the field goal, and that's going to stretch it out to a 7-point lead again. And 13-20 here at Fatherhood Festival Field. And Canton will be hoping to keep a pace ahead of the Los Angeles Lichens here. The SFL Minor League is about to begin. Games kick off Friday, October 14th on SFL YouTube, and it's not too late to create your player and get him or her involved in the next rookie class. Season 20's rookie draft takes place on December 17 and 18, so don't miss your chance. The sooner you create your player, the better your player will be on draft day. For more information, visit simulationfl.net. And that will be a Christmas cracker, I think it's fair to say, the SFL draft on the 18th of December.
Depends on
So
who it depends on who was on the panel that evening, who the director is.
yeah, it's I don't know. I got to check my engagement, so we'll see if I'm about to potentially provide some draft analysis. Quick drop from the LA Lycans, Sully Richardson, and he throws it out to Logan Jack, and that's very much been the story of the day, Nate. A lot of quick throws, trying to get your checkdowns involved, stuff like that, but it's not been wholly successful today for the LA Lycans.
No, it really hasn't. And whenever they go to the flats or try to hand it off to Logan Jack, there's usually nothing there. And that's further proof right there. Michael just getting him in the backfield for a major loss.
Yeah, big loss there. 3rd and 16 now. Excellent tackle in the backfield by Michael. And that is why you don't necessarily see a lot of toss plays in the SFL, folks, because LA have been struggling with them all day. I don't think a single one has gone for a positive yardage, let alone a first down. 3-step drop from Sully Richardson. He throws it out to the backfield, and he's got a lot of space here, does Logan Jack, but he doesn't manage to get it up to the first down. It's 4th and 5. And that will bring up another punt, you would expect. Jay Rock on the tackle there for the Canton Classics.
If that was 3rd and 10, it would have been a first down. However, because of the major loss on the previous play by Mike All, 11 yards is not enough to move the chains in this case, and it's going to be a punt by LA. And Canton will be getting the ball back here on offense.
Other action here on YouTube for the SFL Friday slate, and Vancouver currently in possession of a 27-14 lead against the Motor City V8. The V8's engine is not running, but the Legion have got in their van and are driving straight towards victory there in the 3rd quarter. I've been thinking of that one for a while, Nate. I hope you appreciated it, and I hope our viewers at home appreciated it as well. It is Canton ball on their own 34-yard line to start this drive. 2 wide receivers and a single back in the backfield. 3-step drop, and that's a quick throw. And that was, it just didn't look like that was a timing route right there, Nate.
It was, and unfortunately, Cameron Curtis just threw that one a little bit too quickly. Didn't allow Kendra Hall to get to the spot where she was supposed to be on the field before he let that one loose, and just threw that one a little bit too far out in front of her, and it falls incomplete. Luckily, there wasn't any defenders there to pick that one off.
2nd and 10 here for the Canton Classics. 4 wide receivers out wide. 5-step drop, and well, he got dropped.
Wow.
Excellent tackle there, and an excellent sack from number 76 for the LA Lycans. That was John Neville's with his first sack of the day and his 2nd tackle for loss in all. And the Canton Classics, it is becoming an offensive stalemate here. Let's see what the Classics can do on this 3rd down. 3rd and 15, throws to the outside, and that is barely going to be in bounds. All the way up for a 4th and 9. So twin screw with the reception there, but this is going to be a punt for the Classics. And this 3rd quarter has been dragging on a little bit, Nate.
It has been, but LA's been doing their part in keeping this game a 1-score game, and their defense is a major part of that, not allowing Canton to convert on 3rd down conversions. And getting the big plays when they need it. That sack was another example of that, and it's proven it here in the later stages of the 3rd quarter.
Punter has to recover the snap, but he does get it away, and it's a decent one all the way up to the LA 33-yard line, and that is where they will start trying to pursue a tie ball game as we enter the last couple of minutes of the 3rd quarter.
Well, my keys to the sorry about that. I was going to say my keys to the game in this one for the defenses was for the winner of this game was whichever defense won on 3rd down and won on allowing the fewest passing yards was going to win the game. And so far, LA's defense has allowed fewer yards at 157. Cameron Curtis has only thrown for 157 yards compared to 171 that LA's thrown for. And Canton's offense is still over on the game today on third down. So I'm over in my prediction, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And that's Hoss play. It just hasn't worked all day for the LA Lichens, and that is another couple of yards lost for Logan Jack. And that is going to bring him up 3rd and 5.
However, typically when those two things happen, a team would be in the lead, but the difference in the game so far, again, that first quarter pick 6 by Bob Funk.
Indeed. 3-step drop for the LA Lichens, and that is going to be the first down. So they managed to recoup those yards that they lost. And number 82 on a reception there is Elsie Pryor. Just a second reception of the day for Elsie Pryor on 5 targets.
Yeah, look for her to get more, or look for him, I should say, to get more involved in this ball game in the fourth quarter, especially if this stays close.
Run up the middle for Logan Jack, and Jack's just not pursuing the hole at the moment, not able to get through the stiff linebacking core of the Canton Classic so far today. Ball is, the scoreboard in the stadium may be overly optimistic or pessimistic for the Canton Classics. It is on the 49 of LA. Shotgun set. Thrown outside, and that is a nice pickup of a first down just on the edge of the field. Number 82 is Elsie Pryor again with third reception of the game.
Yeah, there he is again. 2 plays within 2 catches within 2 or 3 plays here on this drive. So a good catch and a good first down right on the tippy toe of that sideline, and moving the chains once again.
Shotgun set here for the Lichens. Sully Richardson takes a snap, throws it to the outside, and well, it's the Elsie Pryor show so far on this drive, and they're going to call that a gain of 3 yards.
And making a living with the tiptoe move as the quarter comes to an end.
So it is a single score game going into the fourth quarter. It is the LA Lichens 13, the Canton Classics 20 here in Ohio. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. And with that, we welcome you back in to this Week 13 SFL matchup between the Los Angeles Lichens and the Canton Classics, and LA on 3rd and 6. 5-step drop. Throw to the corner out, and that is picked off, number 44. And he is returning it all the way up to midfield. And Bob Funk, it is another interception for the Canton Classics. Just Sully Richardson going aggressive and unable to make the most of that drive there into Canton's territory.
They were looking for Chris Lee on that deep route, but did you see the nice little tip alley-oop play that Connor Darien made and tipped that back to Bob Funk? That was some kind of tip move that he just deployed, and Bob Funk, the recipient of it, and a nice little return to all the way up by midfield.
Indeed, could have had his second pick 6 on the day, but some good LA hustle, managing to stop what would have been a surefire touchdown, and Canton will start off with 4-yard gain. Robert Johnson getting back involved with a nice pickup.
Yeah, you don't normally see a runner who's only rushing for 46 yards on the day winning the rushing game for the game between the two teams, but that's exactly what's happening here for Canton.
2 wide receivers and the tight end split out in TE flex. 3-step drop, and that's a throw, and that's a and I could have called that catch from a mile away, Nate, because he had to lay out to get it. But that was an excellent throw from Cameron Curtis. Number 87, Mike Twinscrew, made the most of it. Absolutely laid out for that catch.
Absolutely. I didn't see the cape flying behind him either, but that was a nice little Superman move to fly in there to catch that as he beat, looked like he beat Jack Hacksaw on the coverage and came away with a huge first down.
Indeed, gun straight, and that is another first down all the way into red zone territory. And of course, just picking up on that, the cape is not SFL regulated equipment, so Mike Twinscrew will probably be fined if he is found out to be wearing one. But deep into LA territory now for Canton Classics, trying to stretch out this lead into a 2-possession game, and there is tons of space at the top of the field there. Look at the top of the screen. 2 wide receivers, 5-step drop, but that is a sack. And that is a huge gain of yards there in the defensive backfield for number 99 of the LA Lichens.
Yep, Gary Marks.
Gary Marks seizes the quarterback and the means of production there.
Seizes his 10th and a half sack on the season as well to hit double digits, so congrats to him.
42 on the stop at the line of scrimmage there for the LA Lichens. Is a nice stop to stifle Canton Classics offense, which seems to be able to do nothing wrong. Tassie Blackwell on the stop there for the Lichens. Gun straight. Yeah, big third down, apologies. And this gun straight formation has been working for Canton, but it's quite a ways to go, and they won't get it. Number 99 hits the quarterback, and Cameron Curtis is hurt.
Yeah,
Cameron Curtis is seriously hurt, and now it's one thing for your defensive lineman to be out, but to have your starting quarterback seriously hurt, it appears. And that was a thumping tackle. And in a week of quarterback injuries across pro football, it is seriously alarming to see Cameron Curtis take a hit like that.
Anybody who watched that game last night in the other league knows what kind of implications that can have when he gets hit that hard, falling backwards on his shoulder and his head and his back.
And it's a bad snap, and he nearly blocks the kick as well. The kick was nearly blocked there by the Lichens, but it does go through, so it will be a 10-point lead for the Classics. But I tell you what, this is going to be really tough sledding, Nate, if they can't get Cameron Curtis back on the field.
Yeah, we just hope that Cameron Curtis is nothing major and he can come back in this game. But like I was saying, we've seen all too many times that what kind of implications those kind of hits can have by the defense. And we just hope it's nothing major, but we'll keep you updated as we get them.
So the kick is away, and it will be returned to the 25-yard line for LA. So LA got to put points on the board. This weekend, Next Level Sports coverage of the Simulation Football League continues tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, when the Charleston Predators meet 3 of their former players and a former owner and the rest of the on-fire Minnesota legend. Sunday at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Atlanta welcomes Las Vegas, seeking revenge for last season's blowout loss. A pivotal game for both teams' playoff chances. For Channel Guide and more info about NXT, visit NLSC.com. And the LA Lichens' first play of this drive is stopped behind the line for a loss of 1 yard.
Yeah, and Canton's defense, depending on how major the quarterback is hurt for Canton, for Cameron Curtis, this defense for Canton's going to have to step up in a big way, try to make stops the rest of the way through the rest of this game.
3 wide receivers here and a handoff up the middle to Ligon Jack, and it has just not happened. Ligon Jack today, and if I may comment, I think that they should be trying to make more of the screen with Jack. I mean, he's one of the better finesse backs in this league, if not one of the best. You just got to get him into space and allow him to do his thing, Nate.
Absolutely, and so far he's just been caught between tackles and it's been proving it on the stat sheet.
90 slants, and that is a pickup around about 8 or 9 yards, but it won't be enough. 4th and 2, and you can't be going for it here. 6 minutes 30 left on the clock. LA are going to have to rely on getting the ball back, and you would expect them to at least get a couple of drives. It's not danger territory here. Indeed, if they can put the backup QB under some pressure, they could stand a chance still, Nate, of making some defensive turnovers.
Yeah, and for those keeping track at home, Tex Grigg is Canton's backup quarterback. So that's Grigg. Tex Grigg is the backup quarterback. So I'm guessing we'll see a lot of Rojo down the stretch here, if at all possible, if Canton would have their way here on offense.
2 backs in the backfield, 3 wide receivers. Step up and throw it is the mantra for the Canton Classics. And number 28, Robert Johnson, indeed. Chris Comasak gets the ball there, the fullback. And it's not precisely what the doctor ordered, Nate, but it is somewhat similar medicine in terms of the fullback getting the ball.
Absolutely. And if he did get the ball and it was out, they're going to throw it. Wow.
They're going to throw it deep.
Hello.
They nearly got it. Number 17, nearly on the reception there. That was Al Dillapre Sr. And the backup quarterback, certainly not afraid to fling one downfield. And the Canton Classics nearly got a big play there to put them within field goal range. Instead, it's 3rd and 10. And they're going to bring out the wide receivers again, try and make something happen here. 5-step drop, throw downfield, and that is intercepted. And what did I say, Nate? Defensive play to spur Los Angeles into life. And that is precisely why your backup quarterback is not in the game right there. Just didn't see the coverage in front of the wide receiver there.
It wasn't Cameron Curtis, but it was the backup Tex Grigg looking for the star Kendra Hall streaking across the middle of the defense. But yeah, didn't see the safety sitting back there. Rochelle Colston snuffed that play out and picked it off, and that snuffs it out, and offensive is on the field for LA.
And it's the toss run, and that is the first positive pickup for the toss play in tonight's game. Single yard there for Logan Jack. I mean, that is a remarkable stat line. 26 yards on 23 attempts, averaging just over a yard per play.
Yeah, not a good night at all.
And that will not make it much better. 3rd and 7 now. And at some point, you got to discard going to Logan Jack, and you got to just start throwing it downfield. It's not worth. Yeah,
they are under 5 minutes now, so I would assume that they're going to start chucking it here soon. They do go empty backfield here.
Yeah, gun tray open is the type of formation that you're going to want to go to. And they are going to throw it. They're going to throw it to the out route, and they are not going to make it. And you would expect now within Canton territory, it's a tricky one. This is a 50-yard field goal. They do need at least a field goal to bring it backwards to within a single score. But yeah, they will go for it. I do think this is the right call. It's just not the only call that they could make. Right. But given Logan Jack's difficulties on the grounds, they could always go to Tommy Rahman, of course. No, they could. They're not going to time it out here, are they?
They are. Oh no.
Oh my.
I don't like that at all.
This is seriously questionable play calling from the LA Lichens, and that.
You need every timeout that you need every timeout you can within 2 minutes left of the ball game, especially when you're down in late stages. That's highly questionable in this stage of the ball game.
So LA will try to kick the field goal. So they will try and kick the field goal. I had a thinking for a second there that they might punt it, which would have been remarkable. But it's going to be a tough one here. 50 yards out.
Reminder, he is 100%. Let's
Indeed.
Oh, high snap.
Oh, yeah, it was high. Its kick is up, and it is
short.
The streak is over, and it is short. And Sid O'Lindy is perfect no more as the field goal. It was a bad snap, and the hold was fair, but Sid O'Lindy's remarkable streak. Ray Colston on the sideline just threw the playbook down in disgust, the clipboard with her plays on it down in disgust at that miss. But
you just wonder how much the high snap played into.
I do think, yeah, Sid O'Lindy is a good enough kicker that it would take something. A broken arm for Cameron Curtis.
He's
that
out the rest
does
of the game.
confirm that he will be out at least for the rest of this game. And I mean, if the Classics don't, I mean, this is a do or die game for the Classics. If they don't win, then they completely lose their playoff chances. Without a shadow of a doubt, they'd be on the same record as LA, and that would do it for them. But if they can hold on, 10-point lead so far, but they are going to have to do it without their starting quarterback, Nate.
Yeah, they are, and we've seen the backup already throw one interception when they're, when they're throwing deep over the middle. Let's just hope. Let's hope he's got a little bit of accuracy in him as he's going out here on 3rd and long again.
2 backs in the backfield, 3 wide receivers out wide for the Canton Classics, looking to convert on this 3rd down. This would maybe take it down to the 2-minute warning, but it won't. It's going to take it to around about 2.5 minutes now. The 1st down would have taken it to 2-minute warning, but LA are going to get the ball back with around about 2.5 minutes left, and they are going to have to make something happen fast. We're in the territory of potentially them needing an onside kick. They wasted. I mean, how crucial could that timeout be on that missed field goal, Nate? If they fail to win this game now, it will be down to the fact that they squandered a timeout on trying to tease the Canton Classics offside when they should have just gone for it. And they won't be in great field position. They're on their own 20. No. And that'll bring the Lichens offense back out on the field.
Yeah, and they're going to have 80 yards to go to score a touchdown, and 50 yards if you're going to look for a field goal, because you're going to need one at some point anyways. But I mean, any kind of score here is what you need on this drive. But you have to score at this point. There's just no question about it.
Single back set, 4 wide receivers out in quads, and this is the type of formation you're going to want to be in, but not in those circumstances. As number 59, Odette Boudreau gets the sack, but LA get it off that time, and they throw it all the way up to the 29-yard line. Nice pick up around about 12 yards, and that's a 3rd and 2nd. Chrisley on the reception indeed. LA again thrown upfield, nice catch, and this is going nicely, but it would get cut off by the 2-minute warning, and it is Elsie Fryer on the reception. Los Angeles 13 at Canton 23. It's going down to the wire with just a 10-point deficit in it, and it has been a game of ups and downs, and certainly the Canton Classics now down their defensive lineman, down their quarterback, and they're just trying to drag the Classics home today. That's a nice catch from 82 of the LA Lichens, and they're back straight at it again. Elsie Pryor with another reception on this drive.
3 straight big receptions by this offense.
Another throw, another catch. Sully Richardson is in the mood. The mood has found him. And that is another nice pickup. 250 yards on a day, 28 completions. Sully Richardson again does not get it out, and that is a sack, and it's already planted. The centre just put the ball on the ground, and that's it. Referee didn't even have to get involved. Sully Richardson again drops back, throws it, gets caught. That is a first down, all the way up to the Canton 19-yard line. And these slant plays are just driving into the Classics defense. Again, Sully Richardson is bobbled and it's dropped, and that is going to give the Los Angeles Lichens a bit of a breather at least. And fortunate that wasn't picked off. That was bobbled up again. We've seen a few circus catches today, Nate.
There was a wide open, I don't know if you saw that or not, Liam, but there was a wide open receiver on that right-hand side, and had Sully been able to loft that a little bit more over Frank Bernstein's head, that would have been 6 the entire way. But luckily for Canton, Frank Bernstein was there to tip that one away.
5-step drop, thrown upfield, and LA not going to get the first down. So 3rd and inches. 2 plays to get inches to save this game for the LA Lichens. 5-step drop. Thrown to the wide receiver, and that's going to get them within 2 yards of the end zone. And they're so close. They are taking too much time. 5-step drop, and that is bombed out, and that is going to stop the clock at least. And the LA Lichens, it has come way too late. I mean, they try going to Logan Jack far too often today when he just wasn't able to get the job done. Maybe a bit of play calling and his own play just preventing him from making the most of his opportunities. But LA need to finish strong here if they want to try and win this, and this isn't the play. They throw it to Jack in the backfield. He's not going to make it, and they'll throw it against Jack in the backfield, and he's not going to make it.
They cannot do that.
Goal. And they're going to have to burn the timeout. And now it does become a game where you have to recover the onside kick and hope for a miracle at this rate, Nate.
Absolutely. It's 4th and goal from the 3. I mean, I don't know if they're going to kick the field goal or go for the touchdown. It doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, they're going to go for the field goal to at least get this a 1-score game. But yeah, you got 1 timeout left. They're going to have to go for the onside kick.
Yeah.
That two plays that went to Logan Jack out in the flats was not the right play call when you're down by 2 scores.
Just got to throw it into the end zone. Canton dangerous and nearly getting to that kick. But it will at least give the LA Lichens a chance, as they say. And it is going to come on the onside kick. So we're going to see a lot of very happy or unhappy Canton Classics fans within the next few seconds, Nate.
Absolutely. We'll see how this goes. So you have one way or the other.
The kick is up, caught, and that is routine for the special team unit of the Canton Classics. And they will go to 5-6 on the season. An excellent win here at home, wearing their cancer awareness uniforms with the pink trim. And excellent charity work being done off the field, and a professional job being done on the field in difficult circumstances for Canton Classics. Cameron Curtis injured, and Chris Porter injured as well. And 2 key players missing. LA are going to take the time out, but it's going to be another kneel down for Curtis to finish off this game once and for all.
Well, for the backup, I should say.
Indeed.
Tex Grigg will kneel it one more time, and this will be Canton's win. But yeah, just a good win for Canton, keeping their slim hopes alive in the playoff race when they needed it the most. Tough injury for Cameron Curtis down the stretch, but they'll definitely need him back and healthy to play next week to have a shot at the playoffs come season end. But a good defensive game from LA overall. It was just that pick 6 in the first quarter that was the difference in this one for Canton, and a good win overall for Canton Classics.
Your final score from Fatherhood Festival Field is 16-23, and the Canton Classics They didn't have as much of the ball offensively. LA just edging them out in terms of time of possession and most certainly on yardage. But as you mentioned a few times, Nate, that pick six from Bob Funk was really decisive in deciding the outcome of this game.
Absolutely. I feel like that pick six that made it a 2-score game is what really just set the tone in this one, because LA just never brought this one back to within closer to a 1-score game after that. They did have it to within 17-13 at one point in the third quarter, but they could never take over the lead from Canton, and Canton led the whole way. And a big part of that was Bob Funk. We saw that highlight there. Bob Funk with his second pick there in the third quarter as well, after just a perfect layup move that Connor Darien provided him over there by the sidelines. But I think Bob Funk really deserves to be player of the game in this one.
Indeed, Bob Funk definitely made a good case for himself. A few different exceptional performances. I've got to say, despite the defeat, the LA Lichens wide receivers certainly did a decent job, and Sully Richardson on that last drive was really slinging. So it was unfortunate of the Lichens that they weren't able to just show that throughout the game. Really disappointing out for Logan Jack, and just not able to make the most of the opportunities he was given. But
Mark
on the end of the day, Mark Gronek, inside linebacker, unbelievable. 16 tackles on the day. That is remarkable. And that is, we're going to have to check the record books on that one, everybody.
Right.
But from myself, Liam Crowther, Nate Hall, Damon Simeon and Chris Porter here for the SFL. This has been a Week 13 presentation of the Simulation Football League. And so long from Canton, Ohio. We'll see you next week for the next matchup. Goodbye, everybody.